I'm in a I'm in a lot of pain today, and I can't really wrap my head around the research I've been trying to do for today's video. So to get some content out to you guys, we are going to look at a couple of different videos and just do some reaction and, you know, commenting, a little debunking or whatnot. But the other one's going to take some time to do, and I'm really not up to it today. So let's get started. So first we're going to look at Level Earth Observer and whatever gem he's got for us today. I think he's debunked the globe again by using the, you know, space is fake and NES is full of bollocks argument, which is just ridiculous, but hey, it's something to laugh at, so let's get into it.
First up, a short clip from the space shuttle, supposedly from 1990. 190 miles up, travelling 18,000 miles an hour, looking at the Earth. A view these guys got very familiar with, apparently.
And this is the kind of view you have from the orbit that we finally got to, about 190 miles above the Earth, traveling about 18,000 miles an hour. In fact, that's pretty much the way we saw it for most of the time we were up there. There was a...
So that's the view from the Space Orbiter shuttle for 190 miles up when you're doing 18,000 miles an hour. Okay?
Yep, perfectly okay. Looks exactly how I would expect it. Don't see what the problem is. Please continue.
This is James May in a U-2 spy plane at an altitude of 70,000 feet, as opposed to 190 miles up, like the space shuttle footage we saw just now.
Okay, understood. So, well, would be good to keep it all in miles or feet, just so we can compare. But 70,000 feet is about, well, just over 13 miles, for comparison. So yes, a vast difference of almost 177 miles. Noted.
So let's see James be blown away by the Earth curve.
Here it is, 70,000 feet. Madness. Is there anybody else up here? Presumably not. Yes! Oh man, I've got that curvature of the horizon thing.
Amazing, James.
I agree. It is amazing. What I wouldn't give to get to go on one of those flights, you know, and I believe they are open to anyone for the right, you know, sort of money. Definitely money I can't afford, but, you know, never know. One day, you can get taken up in a MiG, to the high altitudes and, you know, see Earth curve. Obviously I do sense the sarcasm in Leo's voice. So, I don't know, I guess because James is someone, you know, who's quite popular on British telly. I used to do Top Gear and stuff like that. Maybe still does. I don't know. It's been a while. But yeah, so maybe, you know, he's going to throw the whole paid actor thing in there. But that was pretty clear, wasn't it? You know, we could see the division between the light of day caused by the thicker of atmospheric refraction and space. And we could see the curve. So, yeah, you know, friggin' awesome. What are you going to say about it, Leo?
Looks very familiar. Looks almost the same as the space shuttle.
Holy shit, Leo, you got something right. Well done, mate. Yes, it looks almost the same. Yeah, it's not the same. The curve is going to be slightly different. The weather patterns are obviously different. And because, you know, you're still in the atmosphere, when you are doing one of these flights that James May is. So there's going to be more sort of light refraction, you know, still to be taken into account and all that stuff. So yes, looks almost the same, is a perfectly fine statement. I'm very proud of you, mate. Well done.
From back in the day. I wonder what happens if we compare the two here. Bear with me.
And you had to go and cock it up, didn't you, mate? For fuck's sake. Ah, you're so close. You're so close. Could have just been a factual video admiring how similar it goes. But no. Now you want to start comparing them. Go on then. Let's have a look.
So I blended the image from James being blown away by supposedly seeing curve at 70,000 feet out of his window here. And I blended the image of supposed curve from 190 miles up from the space shuttle. Let's see how they work out as far as comparing them to each other. James May, U2, spy plane, space shuttle. Strange.
Not really that strange. I mean, you know, it's coincidence that they're like at similar angles, but you could see the atmospheric refraction disappearing as you went to the space picture. You know, they may have been taken at a very similar angle. But you have to remember that one was done at 70,000 feet, still inside the atmosphere, just over 13 miles, and the other one was done at 190 miles. Zoomed in, you know, they could have zoomed out and showed a lot of space, but they wanted a picture of Earth. Again, you know, it's just, it's seeing a conspiracy in everything, isn't it? It's not a healthy way to live, mate. I hope you find reality one day.
U2 spy plane, space shuttle. Exactly the same.
I believe the expression you're looking for is remarkably similar. Not exactly the same. But I do like how, you know, it's more you arguing that maybe the space picture is fake and not actually arguing against the curve of the Earth in this one. Because this is pretty undeniable. But I'm bored of Leo now, so we're going to move on to something else. What do we have for you now, Kitty Winks?
A lot of people would have you believe the Earth is round. Well, we'll see. What is the flat Earth theory? Well, the flat Earth theory posits...
Let me stop you right there.
And let me stop you right there. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have Eric Dubay's response to Buzzfeed's Flat Earth debunk. And I will link Buzzfeed's, response or debunk of Flat Earth's video in the description because it was awesome. Very, very entertaining and very enlightening as well. But yeah, of course, Eric Dubay's done a response because, you know, this is someone that might stop people jumping into his cult. So, let's see what Dubay has to say about it all.
The flat Earth is not a theory.
You're absolutely right, because in scientific understanding, for something to be a theory, it must be proven. Like the theory of gravity, or the theory of relativity, or just anything that has theory in it in science. But yes, flat Earth is not a theory. Flat Earth is an outdated model, or it is also a claim. This is what happens when I open my window for a bit of fresh air, but I'm trying to do this as legit and real as possible, almost vlog style, so I'm not cutting out that train because of authenticity. The only things I do cut out is when I do I'll leave that one in, because, you know, it just gets annoying and it hits high on the decibel counter. I try to make this as safe for your ears as possible because I'm responsible and I love you guys. But anyway, back to this Muppet. So yes, fake Earth is just a claim. It is not a theory. In science, you make a claim, you make a hypothesis. And say, all right, I think that this is going to happen, or this is reality. And then you test it, you experiment it, you do calculations on it. Sometimes you derive new calculations from it. But it has to be tested. And the world has been tested extensively over many, many hundreds of years. I mean, we're talking over thousands of years, you know, to be legit. So millennia. Love that word. Rolls off the tongue. Millennia. Like chagrin. But I'm going off on a tangent. Much to Dubay's chagrin, there is too much evidence out there now, and has been for a long time, that just shows that we live on a big, giant, slightly misshapen ball. It's definitely not flat. So yes, no, flat Earth is not a theory. It does not have that high of an honour in scientific understanding. Back to you, Eric.
And doesn't posit anything besides demonstrable, empirical, objective facts. For example, it is a fact, not a theory, that bodies of water always seek and find their own level.
Well, quick change of, God, I'm still sweating. Quick change of top. I went out for a bit of a walk to try and stretch my back a bit, and it never helps. They keep saying I'm supposed to do it, so I do. But yeah, I hurt a lot more now. So I'm done walking for the day. I'm going to get this done, and I'm going to lay down for a bit. Anyway, yes, it is a fact that water always seeks its level. But you don't understand what level means, Eric. Level does not mean flat. Level means pulled as tight as possible towards Earth's center. And the bodies of water sort of equal themselves out a bit. So yes, water is curved. The problem is that, you know, most of your tests and stuff you're trying to do to prove the world is flat, you're doing with the naked eye. You know, you don't use extensive scientific equipment. If you're looking at, you know, you could look at over 15,000 feet of water, and, you know, there's only going to be, you know, depending on what angle you're looking at, you're only going to notice, I don't know, 2 to, God, I can't think of the math at the moment, 2 to, that's like 72 something inches, 2 feet to 6 feet maybe of curve. Either way, 6 feet, yeah, 6 feet, about that, anyway. Either way, it's not enough to be able to notice it with the naked eye. You know, this is why we've built technology to help further our understanding of stuff, because we are not equipped to see everything, to hear everything, to sense everything. It's just, you know, the human body has limitations, and so we build things to further our reach as far as science and understanding is concerned. And all of that tells us it's a globe as well. Not much more to say. I mean, I'm sorry, you know, to be fair, Eric, you probably will never see this video, but if you do, if you happen upon it, I'm so sorry that your beliefs are being shattered. But hey, I'm sure you're going to ignore science anyway. But hey, it'll keep proving you wrong, and you know, maybe one day you'll get to fly up there and see it for yourself, and then find some other way to deny it.
From a beaker, a bottle, or a bathtub, to a pond, lake, or an ocean, the natural physics of water and other liquids is to find and remain level. It is an unproven, unscientific theory with no observable, measurable, or repeatable evidence.
I'd like to stop you right there, Eric, if I may. If we go back to that picture you were just showing, this one here. Now, again, looking at the bottom left, that in reality is almost going to look like the top left. You know, it is so slightly curved. You just have to realize the sheer size of this planet compared to you. So you're not going to notice it. As far as the bottom right, well, you know, we get waves. So, and again, if the, the ground underneath the oceans, you know, the ocean floor, it can be different shape. It can be all jagged and rocky and whatnot, and then it'll probably have like a layer of sediment, sand and whatnot, like the stuff crap that just sinks to the bottom. But then, that was my phone ringing, but I will edit that out, so you won't even hear it. You'll just think I'm talking to something random. But yeah, the water isn't going to take the shape of the rock beneath it, because the gravitational pull is pretty much constant. When it gets to those sort of, you know, it has to be thousands of feet before you notice a major change, and you don't even notice a major change. You know, I mean, you go up, let's say we average about 9.78 meters per second squared. If you go up to 100 kilometers altitude from sea level, you know, then you're going to hit about 9.5 meters per second squared. You know, so when it's just you know, ocean floor and whatnot, there's really no change, not a measurable change in gravitational pull anyway. And so water is still going to seek its level, and it's going to look flat to you. But the reason we know it's not flat is because we've seen the pictures of the entire world, and we know that gravity is pulling it towards the center. We've seen things disappear over the horizon, which you guys still can't do a proper good explanation for. Maybe because, you know, reality is that it's curved and stuff goes behind it. I don't know. We'll listen to a bit more of you, but, you know, you need to stop saying stupid stuff, Eric, or I'm going to keep interrupting.
To claim that bodies of water can somehow bend, cling to the exterior of shapes, and show convexity upon their surface. It is a fact that the majority of Earth is covered in such level water.
Alright, so the majority of Earth is covered in water. Yes. And technically, it is level, because it is level at each point with how gravity pulls it. So, how come flat earthers can't, you know, do any pictures of a large enough area to show that it looks perfectly flat? You know, why hasn't that been done? Because if you do, you know, come up high enough, well, you've seen with, for example, Mr. Sensible's Mage that showed Earth curve, you know, and yes, it is slight, but again, the world is massive. It's like, compared to a human, it is millions and millions of times bigger. So, yeah, you know, but we go up there. You know, mankind strives to learn more. We send people to space, even though you don't believe in it. Oh, excuse me. But we do our bit to, you know, to take pictures of the world and, you know, be able to get, like, I don't know, extreme weather warnings nice and quick, you know, try and make the world a safer place and further understanding, you know, advance ourselves as a species. And you guys come with these just pathetic arguments and scientific tests that don't meet up to any expectations. So, you know, go big. You want to try and prove the world's flat, which you're always going to fail at, but hey, if that's your hobby, if that's your bag, baby, then go big or go home. It was here that LimeyPlay realized that just no amount of trying to explain the stupidity of a flurf would bring him any peace. Yep, that's about all I can take of it. Thank you all who stuck with me through the video this far. Wow, what a journey. Yeah, then I'm going to close out and then go call my therapist. So, again, thank you as always for sparing the time to watch my video. It's still just, it's an absolute bewilderment to me that people like watching my content, but I'm loving every minute of it. Thank you so much. Yeah, if you want, check out my gaming channel. I'll link that in the description. The video, so this is a recent video from Eric Dubay, but the video that he's actually doing it on from BuzzFeed is a few years old, but I will link it in the description. It's a good video, you know, it's definitely worth watching. Definitely. You know, BuzzFeed's not Eric's. No, do not. Ugh, terrible. Anyway, I'm just drawing a mind blank on stuff. Yeah, alright. Social media, linked in the description. All my Twitter, Instagram and everything, and my Discord server. You know, definitely swing by there. It's a lot of fun. If you want to help support the channels, and it's both channels all together, then you can become a patron in Patreon, which is linked in the description. It will cover both, and you'll get bonus content from both. Or you can make a one-time donation via PayPal, which is also linked in the description. Or you can simply just bring your shiny, rosy little selves to come and watch my video. As you do, leave a like, leave a comment. You know, that's all fantastic, and you know, it helps the channel. You know, and yeah, your viewership is what really matters to me. God, I'm just, I'm losing it. It's like trying to fight through the fucking pain. Yeah, alright guys, I don't know. I think that's everything. That's all I can think of. So, yeah, as always, you've been awesome. Take care of each other and stay safe.